Currently 72.
WTIM.
This is Lyric Lamola with your Expand Local Newscast. Current news time is 8:06 a.m. It's June 3rd, 2025. Our first portion of the Expand Local News brought to you by Taylorville Community Credit Union, TCCU. The Taylorville Junior High and High School track teams that went to state were recognized. The city approved buying the Taylorville Industrial Park and a low bid from Illinois Valley Paving for work at the Taylorville Food Center Street Improvement Project were all discussed at the Taylorville City Council meeting on Monday night. Taylorville Junior High School and Taylorville High School state track and field stars were recognized for all of their accomplishments at the meeting, with Lila Repsher being recognized by Taylorville Mayor Bruce Berry and the council for her record-breaking accomplishments.
She set 5 school records this year. The indoor 60-meter dash, the indoor 200-meter dash, the indoor 4x200 relay, the outdoor 4x100 relay, and the outdoor 4x200 relay. So if Lila step forward again. Whereas to really excel in any one sport, a young person must demonstrate, in addition to a great deal of natural ability, an outstanding spirit of dedication, enthusiasm, and hard work. And where Lila Repsher has set 5 school records in track, now therefore I, Bruce Berry, Mayor of the City of Taylorville, do hereby proclaim June 4th, 2025 as Lila Repsher Day. Congratulations.
Taco Bell and TCCU were both approved for new buildings. That's right, 6010 North Webster for Taco Bell, which is the same location, and 820 North Webster for TCCU. Ordinances concerning the sale and purchase of Taylorville's industrial park were also approved. Taylorville City Attorney Rocky Romano says that the city is at a slight risk if the EDA defaults on their loan.
There's no question that when this was first done, the city was considered to be a co-recipient of the loan that was given to be dispersed to the Taylorville Development Association for the purpose of constructing infrastructure at the Taylorville Industrial Park. When the award was granted, the city and TDA was considered co-recipients. And in the document of the financial assistance award, it says that by signing that, you agree to special award conditions. When you go through all the documents, and it's not very clear, but one of the special award conditions, TDA and the People's Bank had to sign an inter-creditor agreement. In that agreement, it provided that if TDA defaulted on their loan with the bank, well, first of all, the bank had to give the EDA the priority, the lien priority on the land. But that agreement signed by EDA, TDA, and the bank said that if the TDA defaults, EDA has the right to basically consider that a default under the special grant conditions.
If there is a default, Romano says that there is a possibility that they could come after the city, but would not specify yes or no, adding that the documents still are a little unclear. The council voted on it with the motion passing 7-3, with Alderman Megan Bryant, Kathy Driscoll, and Steve Dorchinez voting no on it. Other approved ordinances included amending the Taylorville City Code concerning surface water damage, the Loyal Order of the Moose, David Paget, 123 East Main Cross, JB Properties of Illinois at 1141 E 1500 North Road, Taylorville Music Lessons at 311 South Main Street, and $1.2 million for Illinois Valley Paving concerning the Taylorville Food Center Street Improvement Project. Motions concerning a pet waste station at the bike trail on Pawpaw Street and an accessible porta potty at the bike trail were also approved. The council discussed and approved a motion to approve the donation of $5,000 to CCEDC. The motion passing 5-4, with Alderman Chris Scoltetti, Megan Bryant, Steve Dorchinez, and Kathy Driscoll all voting no, and the mayor voting yes to break the tie. Taylorville Mayor Berry welcoming everyone to his 4th of July parade and picnic, and thanked everyone for their support for the Taylorville-Pena Bridge.
Thank you to IDOT for the completion of the bike trestle. Thank you to the city of Pena for getting that taken care of. Thank you to Bud Altman and the LPTC. Thank you to Fred Dubay and the powwow. It was a nice event at the lake. I hope everyone was able to go there. We've accepted the bids for resurfacing the roads around the Taylorville Food Center And thank you to Small Town Taylorville for the car show the first Friday of each month. And again, we will again be hosting the 4th of July parade at 10 a.m. Line up at the fairgrounds will be around 9:30. I will be hosting my hot dog luncheon immediately after. And thank you.
The next city council meeting is set for June 16th. Taylorville Park Board met on Monday evening for a special meeting at Manners Park. The topic of hours and pay for 2 Park District employees is in part what prompted that special meeting. The board needed to formally approve of the pay rates for newly hired Office Administrator Linda Moomey and Recreational Director Jessica Franks. Board member Marlene Miller laid out what their pay rates would be based on annual salary and hours per week.
Linda works from 8 to 4, and when we hired Linda, she said she would not take a lunch. Okay, and under law, she can work 8 hours and not take a lunch, but take a half an hour for lunch and stay at work. That's totally legal.
15-minute break.
Right, and her breaks. So she's doing that. Now, her salary is $40,000. That comes down to $769.23 a pay. She's working 4 8-hour days. Actually, she's working more. If you look, she was still down there. She left.
Yes.
She's
She was.
leaving after I did.
Now, is that overtime or?
No,
overtime,
no,
or
she's
that's
just staying.
salary,
She's
so
salaried. So
that's
no,
fine.
she's not salaried. She's still hourly, but she said, if I'm here longer, I don't care.
Okay.
She has so much to do to get us back into regular
Rhythm and mode.
Yes.
And so
Okay.
she's making $24.04 an hour for those 4 days. Jessica is still on a 40-hour work week. She makes $45,000, which is $865.38 a pay and $21.63 an hour.
The board voted to approve these rates. Prior to that discussion, the board voted in favor of the new trustees being able to take an orientation boot camp as part of their introduction to the board. The board also voted to approve a request by Walmart to hold a sale in the Chautauqua building on Saturday, June 21st to benefit the Children's Miracle Network. The board went into executive session after an open portion, which lasted just short of 9 minutes. The next regular meeting is tentatively set for Monday, June 23rd. The National Weather Service in Lincoln will be performing a required scheduled update to the Advanced Weather Information Processing System, or AWIPS. It'll take place from this morning until afternoon on Thursday, June 5th. The National Weather Service uses AWIPS to display and integrate weather and water information, along with sending life-saving information such as weather and water warnings to the public. Due to this upgrade, all NOAA weather radio stations operated by the Lincoln National Weather Service office will be off the air during this period. Bloomington, Champaign, Galesburg, Jacksonville, Newton, Paris, Peoria, Shelbyville, and Springfield will all be down. In the event of severe weather, it will be important to have alternate ways to receive warning information. You can get all that information by sticking with us here at Regional Radio News for all the latest weather updates. The 2025 Taylorville Municipal Band Concert Season will be presented at the Christian County Historical Society in Taylorville. The weekly concerts under the direction of Mr. Chris Gunn will be held at 7 p.m. on Wednesday evenings, beginning on June 11th through July 30th. The band itself is excited to announce the concerts this summer. They'll feature Taylorville Municipal Band alumni soloists, directors, and families as special guests throughout the season. The Taylorville Municipal Band has a rich history of families with multiple generations of players. In June of 2011, the Taylorville Municipal Band hosted a special alumni reunion concert fundraiser called Play the Music Forward. Taylorville High School alumni band and choir members performed with the municipal band. The purpose of that concert was to create a fund for extra purchases for the music departments of all ages in the Taylorville School District. Building on the success of that previous event, contributions to that fund will be collected at this summer's Taylorville Municipal Band concerts. There will also be souvenir merchandise available to purchase, with all proceeds going to the Play the Music Forward Fund of the Taylorville Public Schools. Alumni municipal band members who would like to participate in the band at one of the concerts may contact band manager Jan Phillips with your availability at 217-824-2967. That's 217-824-2967. Out-of-town alumni might want to plan a visit to Taylorville this summer. More information about the featured guests will be available from the Taylorville Municipal Band soon. HSHS Good Shepherd Hospital is teaming up with the local American Legion and VFW to collect worn and faded American flags ahead of Flag Day. Now through Thursday, June 12th, community members can drop off their old flags at several different locations, including the hospital's main entrance, the rural health clinic, or the outpatient therapy building. The flags will be respectfully retired in a proper ceremony following tradition. Lori Hayden, coordinator of mission integration, says the hospital wants to make it easier for people to properly dispose of their flags, adding that many simply do not know where to take them. More details can be found at hshsgoodshepherd.org. A longtime nurse at Taylorville Memorial Hospital is being recognized for going above and beyond in a moment of need. Ann Laveau, a registered nurse in the operating room, has been named the hospital's Colleague of the Month for the month of May. Laveau stepped in to help during an unexpected birth at the emergency department, drawing on her previous experience in obstetrics. A coworker who nominated her said Laveau did not hesitate to offer her help, and her quick action helped ensure the patient had the best experience possible. Laveau has been with the Taylorville Memorial Hospital since 2007. We here at Regional Radio News salute you, Ann Laveau. Illinois remains an important part of Round Barn history, and an author is documenting that history. John Hanau is called the Round Barn expert. Hanau is part of, or is native of, the state of Indiana, here doing research on the Round Barn history. The Illinois Farm Bureau has backed deer nuisance legislation, and it's winning approval in the Illinois General Assembly this spring. Pending the governor's signation, the legislation will take effect on January 1st. Current news time is 8:20. And keep things going here this morning with a look at our obituaries. But our first portion of our portion of our morning newscast brought to you by TCCU.
This is Will Perkins with Taylorville Community Credit Union. Are you looking for a great CD rate? If you are, TCCU has amazing rates from our 7-month special to our 60-month CD. If you are looking for a great investment, now is the time to put your money to work in a TCCU CD. Our minimum deposit is $1,000. For more information, please contact us at any of our convenient locations in Taylorville, Pana, Hillsborough, Litchfield, or online at tccu.org. Dividends will be compounded monthly. A penalty for early withdrawal may be imposed. Fees could reduce earnings on the account. Member NCUA.
For a look at our obituaries for today, 82-year-old Glenn Neal of Taylorville died May 29th. Funeral arrangements handled by Schaefer, Perfetti, and the Sally Funeral Home in Taylorville. 76-year-old Joseph Eugene Bro of Taylorville died May 30th. Visitation is June 9th from 4 to 7 at McClure Funeral Home in Taylorville. Funeral services to follow. Burial will be held at a later date at Anderson Cemetery in Palmer. McClure Funeral Home in Taylorville is in charge of the arrangements. 101-year-old Francis M. Prey of Hillsborough, formerly of Coffeen, died May 29th. Visitation is set for June 7th from 10 to 11 at South Fork United Methodist Church in Nokomis. Funeral services to follow shortly after at South Fork United Methodist Church in Nokomis. Kale Camp Cemetery is where the burial will take place. Funeral arrangements handled by Sutton Funeral Home in Nokomis. 77-year-old Sherry Lee McCullough of Taylorville died May 25th. The celebration of life will be held at a later date. Funeral arrangements handled by McClure Funeral and Cremation Services in Taylorville. For this obituary and all other obituaries, visit our obituary section online by visiting us at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Today, mostly sunny skies with highs in the mid-80s. Wind gusts up to 35 miles an hour tonight. Mostly cloudy skies, slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. Lows in the upper 60s. Wind gusts still pretty strong. Chance of rain about 50%. Tomorrow, chance of thunderstorm showers. Cooler with highs in the mid-70s. Chance of rain 90%. Wednesday night, more thunderstorms in the area. Lows in the lower 60s. Thursday, mostly cloudy with a chance of showers. Highs in the upper 70s. And taking a look at the rest of the week, we'll have temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s. Currently, 78% humidity, barometer at 29.95 inches, dew point 64 degrees, visibility is maxed. Currently, fair skies and 72 degrees. This has been a look at your expanded local news. More of the WTIM morning show coming up in just a little bit. You're not going to want to go anywhere. You're listening to WTIM, your information station. Current news time is 8:23. Currently, it's 72 degrees and fair skies outside.
When it comes to connecting with America's farmers and ranchers, nothing beats the authentic voice of Ag Radio. Farm broadcasters have been the voice of rural America since 1944, building trusted relationships with agricultural producers across generations.